All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Herb Carl Talks. This is rant number 1. I'm gonna be ranting about things that are just going on right now in the world, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it's funny. We'll see. This is the first one. We'll try to see where it goes. I'm just gonna rant about things I've been noticing lately, and I don't know. Right now, I'm in Texas, and it is an election season. The primaries are going on. It's election year. And I haven't voted yet. Don't know if I'm going to vote, to be quite honest. I've kind of accepted that it doesn't matter that much about voting. I don't know how you feel about that. It's kind of like just seeing who you like at this point. I mean, I do think voting is important. It's sad that you kind of feel powerless. I do think people should focus more on local elections. But they're just it's kind of like having sex with the condom. You know you should do it, but at the same time, it's fucking boring. That's the thing. You don't want to go through the whole. It's tedious. It's boring. It's uncomfortable. Whereas voting for the national elections, voting for the presidents, that's like fucking a golf girl without a condom. Fucking it raw, to be quite honest. There's just something about it. It's just so exhilarating, where you just don't even have to think about it at all. Whereas voting for who's going to be the municipal controller, who the fuck gives a fuck about that? It's like watching flies fuck at that point. I don't want to think about this. And my mom, I know she's getting old, because she told me recently, yesterday, that she said, I'm gonna go vote. The last time she voted was when Obama ran for re-election. That's the type of civic engagement my mom engages at most. And when she told me that, I just thought, okay, that's how I know you're getting old. When she actually cares about what's going on in national politics. Jesus, Mom, how old are we? I don't know at that point, because I don't care. I'm still too young to care. When I start caring about what's going on in the election, that's how I know I'm old. And it probably doesn't help that my brother is in the army, so she's become a little more active, a little more politically active. But it is strange. She's getting rage baited by stuff on TikTok. She went on a rant for 10 minutes, like I'm trying to go right now, about how people are getting shipped to this country because shit's going down in the Middle East, which has been going on since millennia, since Abraham went on his adventure and went from Abram to Abraham. So I don't know what the big deal is. She's freaking out and spazzing out because the troops are getting out and she doesn't know what's going on. She's talking about the budget cuts. I'm like, maybe we should focus on what's going on in the here and now, and not about what's going on in some bullshit ass state we're never gonna see. That's just what I think. I do think local elections should be priorities, because you can't control who the fuck is gonna be president. Look at them. They're all fucking went to Epstein's Island. Why should we give a fuck who wins? They all know it's all fucking rigged at that point, at that level. That shouldn't be the goal. I think the goal should be focusing on the little elections. Unfortunately, it's fucking boring. These people are nobody. Chad Wesley Bank, who? I don't give a fuck about that. When was the last time everyone gave a fuck about the district representative of District 4? Who gives a fuck? What is this, the Hunger Games? I don't know about that. It doesn't matter. I don't want to do this shit. This guy gets a fucking scandal. It's like freaking, it's another day in the hood at best. No one gives a fuck about that unless you're Bill Clinton and your dick sucked. I don't know. Elections are weird though. But do vote though if you're watching this in your country and there's in your state and there's an election going on. Do vote. That is important to do. Don't just vote for the guy you like. Just vote just to see. I mean, you can go find out. But my mom's the type of person who's going to be reflective and say, I'm going to vote for this person. She said, who should say? Julie Johnson? I don't know who the fuck it is. It's whatever the fuck the Democrats are putting up. Not that, that's fine. I don't know which her policies is. And I'm pretty sure she'll do something good. Most likely by accident, like they all do. Because none of them actually have good intentions. They just happen to do good by happenstance, at best. But my mom's just acting like, oh, she's going to fix things. I'm like, yeah, I think that's a problem with elections. When you think this person's going to fix your problems, no. The point is that you should be responsible for your problems and go about it. But that's just my opinion, like I said. I don't know. This is me ranting. What else did I see in the news recently? People are getting active, like I said. earlier this month, students were protesting the immigration status, which is sad. It is horrible what's going on. I don't think ICE is actually doing anything good. Anything is just very theatrical and just trying to spread fear, which is unnecessary. I don't think it's actually helping anybody. You know. And even the school I worked at, they had a protest as well. Well, they didn't have a protest, they had a walkout. The students just walked out and just went home. I'm like, you were going to do that either way. How the fuck is this doing anything? I don't know. But at the same time, I don't agree with protests because I feel like it's just well-organized bitching and moaning. And even then, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't think we're going to get the next Mahatma Gandhi. We're going to get the next Gandhi or Mother Teresa from these freaking kids. You really think Mother Teresa's going to have a fucking filter on like these kids? I don't know, bro. I cannot see the next MLK coming from this fucking brain rotted generation who's spent their last 10 years awake in front of a screen. I don't think we're going to get another revolutionary. What's the best we got so far? That bitch, what's her name? She sounds like a witch. What is her name? She said the world will burn. What was her name? Greta Thunberg. Thank you. Really, that's the best this generation got. We used to have real good revolutionaries back then. We had Malcolm X, we had MLK, we had Huey Newton. Now we have people that think gluing themselves to a fucking Tesla is actually changing things or challenging the status quo. You gotta be fucking kidding me. At this point, the overlords at the fucking World Forum can shove crickets down my throat. I'll take my pod gladly. Let me just get the top fucking bunk and let's sleep 69. I'll be the top one. I'll be the big spoon at this point. If our fate relies on this generation, you're smoking fucking crack. I work with these kids. They can barely type up an email. You really think they can form a social movement that'll get a new amendment passed? The next amendment getting passed is going to repeal the First Amendment. At least fuckers had their way, if we're being honest. Have you seen what the fuck they're doing? I don't know. It's just funny seeing kids protest because I'm like, I was in your shoes too. I used to think I'd change the world. No, child, no. You don't understand. The revolution eventually eats its children. And these kids are going to realize that eventually. Oh no. But, I don't know. We'll see what happens with these kids. It is getting crazy out there. I don't know. We are making progress though. White woman got killed by ICE. You don't see that every day. Police brutality only sees one color, but it said, no, we're doing progress. We only killed a white person. We killed a white woman. Hey, I'll take that. That's probably the dub of the year, besides taking fucking the Venezuelan president. That's wild. No. This generation is crazy, though. I have faith in them, believe it or not. Like I said, I work with high schoolers. I have faith in them. Things are changing, slowly but surely. Apparently, Gen Z is changing their lifestyle because the alcohol industry lost $850 billion because kids don't want to have alcohol in their lifestyle. Which is crazy. I think it's good. Alcohol, I'm sober. My goal is to be 1,000 days sober, and I'm already a year in, and I've been enjoying it. But I hope they're replacing their alcohol with something else. That's just what I hope. Not even weed. What the fuck is weed at this point? Weed is about as bountiful as cigarettes at this point. I mean, cigarettes seems more regressive and rebellious than smoking weed. At this point, you smoke weed, okay, wow, you're going to be a teacher now? Who gives a fuck? I hope these kids are going on DMT trips, doing Molly at raves, blowing coke at a fucking party, or sniffing keys at the back of some club, some Latin club. Well, not even then, because usually coke and alcohol go hand in hand, like the left hand and right hand. So I don't know. I mean, I hope they're doing whippets or something. I hope they're not living like squares. Because I am California sober too. I don't want to fucking me just raw dogging reality at this point. Oh no. Oh my god. I mean, alcohol. I think alcohol is a little overrated. You know, I like my other drugs, for sure. So I hope that's what they're doing. I mean, it's good though. Alcohol is overrated. The fact that it is a legalized poison, and I think the kids are seeing it. They're realizing, you know what? If I'm gonna get fucked up, at least let me be at home on my couch, smoking a joint, rewatching Rick and Morty. Maybe that's what they're doing at this point. I don't know what these kids are. They're not having sex. They're not doing things. Yeah, you won't take with one hand and give with the other. I don't know. These kids are crazy. They're not. And I think things are changing for sure. For sure. Well, I feel like the wokies are never gonna die. They never will. We kind of got reminded with that when the Super Bowl happened. Don't get me wrong, I love Bad Bunny. I mean, I grew up with him when I was in college. There's no better feeling than being shit-faced when Bad Bunny's song comes on. There is no better feeling than that at all. I just don't believe he should be the face of the rallying call for the revolution. Do you really think the revolution is going to come from a guy who made a song that bitches twerk to? I don't know about that. I mean, it was a good performance. It was well choreographed. Nobody is denying that. But the idea that having a bunch of hot bitches twerk to Yo Pero Sola is going to bring about a second coming for Donald Trump? Come on. If the Beatles couldn't, if John Lennon couldn't do that with his beautiful voice, I doubt this fucking sea beaner can do it with his reggaeton music. I'm just telling the truth at that point. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. But that's the thing. It's been a weird month, like I said. But that was me ranting for 12 minutes. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for my first rant.